Hello and good afternoon. On this Tuesday afternoon, I'm meteorologist Alden German. We're taking another look still at Hurricane Lee, this long-lived beast still turning off in the Atlantic Ocean at the moment. Here's a look at some of the stats on it as it's just to the east of the Turks and Caicos Islands. Wind speeds are 115 miles per hour. That makes it a Category 3 storm, so it's lost a little bit of its punch compared to when it was that behemoth of a Category 5, but still a very large storm. Its speed has also slowed down quite a bit, only moving to the west-northwest at about 5 miles per hour. That is very slow even for a hurricane. In a way, you could say it's almost stationary as it continues to track off to the northeast at the moment. Here's the storm track for Lee as well. It's going to continue to lose a little bit of strength as it moves further north and into cooler waters, but notice how that cone has shrunk even more as we get more and more accurate data and higher confidence in what exactly this storm will do. Notice by later tomorrow morning, Wednesday morning, still high in Category 3, low in Category 3, weakening to a Category 2 storm. Bermuda is still going to be on watch here for a potential impact. They're most likely going to be the ones most affected by this storm, and then it'll continue to trek up to the north as it makes its way up towards the Halifax region. Now notice this cone of uncertainty here, those left and right bounds there. Yes, that is Boston, and some spaghetti models have tried to take the storm into the New England area, but the latest trends have tried to keep it a little bit further east. So I believe it's most likely going to be staying out to sea, But either way, along the eastern seaboard, high surf and intense rip currents are going to be a threat to keep an eye on. So as we look at Hurricane Lee, again, getting in a bit closer here, but also looking at some of those spaghetti plots, we'll find it continues to push to the north. And notice how a lot of those spaghetti plots keep it off of the United States East Coast, but it does move it into the Nova Scotia area and impacting Halifax, perhaps as a Category 1 hurricane or even a very strong tropical storm before it then begins to lose a lot of strength. But that's still not until Sunday. So Lee has had a very long life cycle. And yes, there are a couple of those ensemble members, we call them, that try to push that storm a little bit further to the west, which would bring it closer to the Atlantic seaboard. But as of right now, still expected to largely be staying off to shore. But that does not mean New England wouldn't see any impacts. They would still experience some pretty high surf and those dangerous rip currents. There's also Hurricane Margot, which is a Category 1 storm at the moment. This is well out to sea, surrounded by nothing but ocean water, moving to the north at 12 miles per hour with those wind speeds of 85 miles per hour. Not expected to have any significant impact on land. That's a look at your latest tropics update. We'll have more coming up later on tonight.